New day, new passages. Today is from Romans 3:21 through 24. And the header for this section, basically going through to the end of the chapter about, is God has set things right. And, it connects right into yesterday, the idea of we're being complacent to other people's sin. And, there's that moment of, well, it's because people suck. I'm not going to go into that. If you want to discuss how much people can be, well, people in that regard, go talk to a nihilist. As human history will tell you that people are complicit in each other's sins, that we do create empires that destroy. So I'm not wanting to focus on the fact that we create empires that destroy. I have said multiple times what I view to be Babylon. Basically, anywhere that isn't his kingdom come is Babylon. We're all in exile. Even going on today, you can see that people are very, and the words contrast is kind of the idea, but it's deeper than that. It's the richness that people bring, both for ill and for good. And with these verses, yes, there is the point that we are all sinners. We all fail. The beauty is that God sets things right when we can't, because we can't. If we could, then Jesus would have died for nothing. If we could behave that way without God's spark in us, we would. But, the earlier passage is talking about the distinctive differences between those who have his spark and do what is the God thing to do almost on instinct, as opposed to those who don't. And it strikes me more about God's generosity, because he's generous enough to forgive us, that he would give us a way out of the darkness that is the human heart left unchecked. Because when people start focusing on fear, that's when things go sideways fast. Well, I'm afraid, they see something, we see something. We want it, we're afraid we won't get it, so we take it. And in doing so, we destroy the relationship. To take rather than to receive. And it is beautiful to me that God is so interested in having relationship with us, that he is so wanting us back, the prodigal child back, that he does it out of sheer generous love. And I can prove it with these passages. They go 21 through 24, go, but in our time, something new has been added. What Moses and the prophets witnessed to all those years has happened. The God setting things right that we read about has become Jesus setting things right for us. And not only for us, but for everyone who believes in him. For there is no difference between us and them in this, since we've compiled this long and sorry record as sinners, both us and them, and proved that we are utterly incapable of living the glorious lives God wills for us. God did it for us. Out of sheer generosity, he put us in right standing with himself. A pure gift. He got us out of the mess we're in and restored us to where he always wanted us to be. And he did it by means of Jesus Christ. That Jesus, his son Yeshua, dying on the cross, being enthroned as King of all creation, dying for our sins and creating a way that we can be with him. Now, there's a reason that Jesus says that self-help is no help at all. If it was, it wouldn't be billion-dollar-a-year industry. We need Jesus to set things right. We need to be able to live lives that are completely sacrificed to him. Lives that put his way first, so that we can be living the type of humans we should be. Not ones that cut each other down and claw each other and act as ravenous animals, but ones that offer love and kindness and compassion and decency. And ones that offer love. So here is to rejoicing that God sets it right. Because no one needs to really be, if you study history, you don't need to be pointed out when human beings can be selfish or really everything counter to what we're supposed to be with God. And the two paths seem right there. The only way is Jesus. The only way is Jesus. Because nothing else has or will work. And living a life that is completely sacrificed to Jesus, dying ourselves that we might live, die ourselves to us that we might live through him. It's an opportunity for us to become more truly human rather than beasts. Because the behavior is bestial. And just like in the previous verses, it doesn't matter if you wear the title or the label Christian, Jew, or what have you. If your life isn't reflecting, if our lives are not reflecting his love, then it's an adventure in missing the point. And that gives us opportunity to see his grace, turn around, and live the life he has for us. To live, to love, and to do righteousness. I'll see you guys tomorrow for verses 25 through 26. I'm really enjoying this. I hope you are too. See you guys then.